Hey guys, this is early 1981 and welcome back to the Golf Club 2. Today we are going to be playing and reviewing Lighthouse Pointe at Lochmuir by Enforcer 3891. I'm sure most of you now know Enforcer 3891. He is currently representing Wales in the Four Nations golfing event. As you can see, fairways are firm, greens are soft, green speed is medium and fast. It is a par 72. So let's begin round, guys. We do have 3 tee selections to choose from. I am opting for the black tees, which are playing 7,435 yards. And as always, guys, for the camera flyby purposes, we will be playing off pin selection number 1. So let's begin round here, guys. I think this is Phil's second ever course that he has designed, so not sure what to expect here. So hole 1 is a par 4, playing 421 yards, and it is a stroke index free. Looks like it's going to be a huge dogleg left here. This is a fictional course set in the Highlands of Scotland, guys. And as you can see there, pin location is near enough, bang, centre in the middle. This is going to be tricky with these winds. Let's see. This little gap here, if we fully loft the 3 wood up, I think it might kick out. Let's have a practice swing first, guys. I am back from being away for 3 days, not swung at all. I'll take that all day long if I'm going to be hitting it like that. Oof, fast and right with that one. So let's go, guys. Hopefully this is an enjoyable course and I'm going to enjoy the round. So just try to float this over the trees on the left hand side here using the wind. That is a good strike. Looks like we're going to hit the trees. Are we going to kick out? We should do. No, we're not. Why? That is stuck right into the heavy rough here. So we've got 113 yards to go. 13-mile-per-hour wind behind us in the heavy rough. Just going to change my camera angle here, guys. It's not the best of camera angles. So certainly going to be the gap wedge. Lofting it up a touch because the wind should really help us out here. It's a very good clean strike. This should run down the slope ever so slightly. And that should be a whopping shot. Oh my. Oh, it's caught a slope there. Oh, Phil, what are you doing with this pin position? There must be a severe slope right next to the pin. 18 foot putt, 1 foot uphill. It is going to turn. Yeah, look at that slope. Wow, that is brutal. That is a brutal pin position, guys, with that slope. Push that right. Yeah, never turned. Look at the push. Really pushed that too far to the right, which basically counteracted the break. So it is going to be a 4 foot putt for par, which we managed to convert. So as always, guys, I do hope everyone is well and had a fantastic weekend. Sorry I wasn't active at all over the weekend. I've just been so busy this weekend. So hole 2 is a par 3, playing 189 yards, stroke index 7. Very, very cool. Look at the drop here. So we're basically on the cliff side here. Certainly don't want to put a fast or a left here. Be interesting to see what way the wind is blowing. So we do have a 14-mile-per-hour wind behind us. So 5 iron. Let's... Yeah, I'm happy with 5 iron. Let's go with this. Good strike. Very good clean strike. This should travel well. Sit down, ball. Sit down. Didn't sit down as quick as I would have liked on the soft greens there, guys, but really, really happy with that because it looks like it's going to come back off this slope a little bit. And it has come back about 4 to 5 feet there, maybe, off that slope. Probably looking about an 11 foot putt, 10 foot putt for birdie. Downhill, it is going to turn to the right. Oh, it's another push right, and I've just missed that due to the push right there again. I'm not sure if it had the legs or not. So these greens, as confirmed, guys, are medium fast. They are playing 165 speed. So we're going to stay at level par. And these winds, I'm sure you guys are going to appreciate, it's going to be really, really hard to get zeroed in to the flags. So hole 3 is the first of the par 5s. It is playing 573 yards, stroke index 15. I just want to take this quick opportunity, guys, to congratulate Cafelos 1991 for convincingly winning event 2 of the Four Nations at 15 under. Won it with ease at Le Golf National. I came second at 11 under. I think Enforcer 3891, whose course this is, was third, and Tim unfortunately propped up the bottom of the pack. So we are looking forward to the next event of that, guys, which will be next weekend. So just using the wind here, guys, hopefully going to take us way round to the left. It's another good clean strike. There's the wind starting to kick in now, and we're probably going to be banging the centre of the fairway here. Yeah, almost bang plumb in the centre of that fairway. So I do imagine we can attack this in 2 now. 246 yards, up 11 feet. I'm going to drop down a club here to the 6 wood here, guys. Let's see if we can keep this below the wind and get it running up towards the flag. Look how far left I'm aiming this, because look at the slope I'm on as well. Try to keep this below the wind. Hopefully it's going to kick on to the green. No, just didn't have the legs, so we're probably going to have a flop shot. Probably, yeah, no probably about it. Guaranteed flop shot, 25 yards, just wanting to get... This should not sit down immediately, it should have a bit of run on this, guys, so I've taken a fair bit off of this. This should run out a good few yards. There we are. And we've played that really, really well, and that should be a tap in for the first birdie of the round. So it's took us 3 holes, guys, to get a birdie, but we are 1 under. In these wind conditions, I think the way the course is playing, it's going to be quite tough to get birdies. Might be few and far between. So hole 4 is a par 4, stroke index 9, playing 461 yards. One thing I have noticed here though, guys, the fairways are fairly tight, fairly tough. I think Phil's put a lot of thought into this course. It is another dogleg left. Nice lighthouse up there in the distance and beautiful sea views. And look at that pin position again, guys, brutal. Protected by that tree there, so we're going to have to take that into consideration. Once again, we do have a 16 mile per hour wind going to take us to the left. Going to have to loft this fully up, guys. Lofting the driver fully up. We're aiming to the right hand side of these trees. Oh, I've pushed that right. Oh my god, look how far right I've pushed that. And I am going to be in severe trouble here. I'm not even sure if I'm going to have a shot out of here. I think the tree, yeah, that tree branches are going to be overhanging exactly. So we're going to try a punch shot here, guys. Let's see, can we have a 4 hybrid? There we are, there's a 4 hybrid. We're just going to try and punch this as far down the fairway as possible, keeping it below this tree branch. It's going to be a tough shot. Hopefully we can execute it well, and hopefully we can probably leave a pitch shot or a flop shot. Pulled that left this time. Why? So I had a severe push right, severe pull to the left, but we have found the fairway 132 yards down. So as expected, yeah, it's going to be a pitch shot. Just going to loft this up a touch. Hopefully we can get this close. The wind should have not much effect on the caddy here with a pitch shot. Good execution. This should be really good. Bounce it down. Oh, wow, I'm surprised. That's came up really short. That has came up really, really short. So we do have a 12-foot putt here just to save par. It is going to turn to the left. Uphill. Need that to turn. Oh, and we just miss out on the par on the edge. So that is going to take us back to even par, guys. And that is my first bogey, I'm going to say, in about 3 or 4 rounds. Please correct me if I'm wrong, guys, if you do know, but I can't recall having a bogey for a good couple of rounds at least. So we are back to level par after a poor tee shot. Hole 5 is a par 4, stroke index 5, playing 488 yards. Look at that. Look how tight the fairways are, guys. Huge bunker to the left. Bunkers bang straight in the centre of the fairway. And it looks the pin is right back off the edge of the green here, with slopes past it, which we could hopefully use if we're long. We can hit the driver here, guys. Despite the drop in elevation here, that wind should hold me up. I firmly believe I'm going to be nowhere near this bunker. We should be about 30-40 yards short, I hope. That is a far better swing this time. Yeah, we're going to be nowhere near the bunker. And that's probably going to run out a good few yards. Unlike I guess, guys, good yardage guesstimation there. So 193 yards, down 3. Let's take a good bit off of this, guys, because we do have a safety pin that if we are long... Oh, I've put a slow on that. That's going to be way short now. It's going to just hang up in the wind. Yeah, way short. That slow's killed me. If I didn't put that slow on it, guys, that could have been a really good shot. That would have been an extra 5-6 yards carry. So we do have a 31 foot putt, 1 foot uphill for the birdie. It's going to turn severely to the right. Better putt line this time. Fairly happy with that, guys. We've lagged that up there. Going to have about a 5 foot putt for par. Shouldn't be much in it. Just going to turn slightly to the right, which it does, and we do manage to salvage the par. Course is playing fairly difficult so far, guys, in these winds. Hopefully, as the round goes on, I will get zeroed in with the wind. I'm just kind of figuring out my yardage with the wind just now. So hole 6 is a par 3, playing 173 yards, stroke index 11. Oh wow. Certainly don't want to be long or we're going to be way off the cliff. That pin is once again tucked on the left hand side and we do have a 16 mile per hour wind here. Probably going to have to add a bit of fade because this rock is right in the way, and I like the way Phil's done this. I just can't aim right here. I'm going to have to play fade. So we're fully lofting up this 4 hybrid. Yeah, I'm going to have to fade it, guys. So we're just going to add a few touches of fade. Hopefully the wind's going to take us round. Oh, that fade really moved to the right aggressively there. The wind doesn't seem to be moving us round as much as I anticipated. So the yardage was fairly good, guys. We're going to be about pin high, but the wind just did not move my ball like I expected it to. So it's another long birdie putt. Another 36 footer. Down 2 inches. And as you can see, it is going to be turning to the left. Once again, lag putt. If it drops, fantastic. If it doesn't, hopefully we can leave it close. Go on, ball, turn. Turn. It's another really good putt, guys. Yardage was spot on. And we're just going to have a 1 foot putt for par, which we managed to drop. So we're still at level par here, guys. Not getting nothing going whatsoever. Let's see what we can do with this on hole number 7, which according to the stroke index is the most difficult hole on the course so far, and it is a par 4, playing 464 yards. Looks like it's going to be a slight dog leg right. Once again, guys, common theme, very tight fairways, which in these wind conditions are making it very hard to consistently find the fairway. I have only missed 1 fairway so far with that extreme push to the right. So driver, no problem. It's going to hang up in the wind here. Let's keep it below the wind. Just going to take a bit of loft off of this club here, guys. As you can see, it is a dogleg right. We want to get it as far down the fairway as possible so that tree is not going to be a hindrance. Good strike. That should travel well down this fairway, and we've managed to get past that tree convincingly. So let's see what we've got left here. 167 yards. We are into a very strong wind now. 14 mile per hour wind's going to hold us up, so I'm clubbing down to the 6 iron. Let's do a bit of calculations here. Probably going to have to take a touch off of this 6 iron. Yeah, we're going to take a touch off of it, guys. Let's see if we can get this ball landing over the bunker and working its way up towards the flag. Best strike of the round, arguably. Really clean strike. This should be good. Come on. Oh, it sat down really quick, but it is trickling down the slope a little bit. But wow, I'm amazed how quickly that ball sat down there. Expected a little bit more run out than that, but we do have a 13 foot putt for birdie. Breaking both ways. I'm just going to favour the right edge here, and hopefully it is going to turn for me. Turn, turn. Oh, it turned beautifully. And we do manage to get a birdie to get back to 1 under par.
Okay, 1 under for the round.
So we do have a par 5 coming up here, guys. Hole 8 is a monster par 5, playing 715 yards, stroke index 17. Once again, a couple of lighthouses off in the distance, one to the left, one to the right. Look at this fairway. Now, Phil assures me here a bit of inside information that if I do manage to hit the fairway, this ball will travel about 400 yards down the fairway, eliminating the severe distance here. And it does look like it's going to be a slight dogleg left here with the pin position. Depending on the wind here, this could be really, really tricky. Yeah, I've got an 18 mile per hour wind, guys, moving the ball to the right. So this is going to be really, really tricky. Now let's see if the fairway is going to do what Phil suggested. So I am applying draw here, guys, just to counteract this. This is a big shot coming up. Must find fairway here. Good strike. I think I played it well. There's the wind now kicking in, taking over from the draw. Now let's see how far this travels, because a lot of courses like this, it looks like you've got a severe slope and the ball just stops stone dead, but so far it is really making its way down this hill with plenty of momentum. Yeah, we're past 400 yards now, so Phil was absolutely bang on. He's designed that well. Hopefully I don't trickle out of the fairway here. I'm stuck behind the tree now, so I cannot see what's going on. Ball's still going. I tell you what, guys, 492 yards, that is by a long way the furthest I have driven a ball on the golf club too. So into the wind here. It's going to be a punch shot here, guys. Going to try and keep this below the wind and see if we can get this running up towards the flag. The wind should really take us round. I think the green looked like it was going to turn to the left at the overfly camera. I've pushed it slightly to the right here, which is taking effect, but the green should turn to the left. We've seen that in the camera flyby. Not how oh, look at this, guys. Get in. Get in. Oh, what a shot that is, guys. I didn't expect to be anywhere as close as that. But we're going to have a 1 foot tap-in putt for eagle, which we convert. So we used the green well there. We did push it to the right. A bit fortunate there, but we do manage to get an eagle there, and we are at 3 under par, guys. Let's finish off the front 9 with hole number 9, which is par 4, playing 442 yards, stroke index 13. Looks like the tee shot's going to be way over the water here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to drive this if the wind is in my face. This could be very, very interesting. I wonder if Phil has considered that at all. It's gave me a pitch shot. We're certainly not going to be pitching this, guys. I am looking for the big dog. I am looking for the driver. But the wind is favourable. It's going to be moving our ball to the right. But it'd be interesting to see if that 14 mile per hour wind was in my face, if I could drive that. So, enough chit chat there, guys. Look how downhill it is, guys. It's just trying to make sure I'm not going to go through it. I've just realised it's 217 feet downhill. Going to be able to hit the driver. I'm just going to aim this ball out to the left hand side, let the wind take us round, and we should be comfortably on the fairway, distance wise anyway. That is a good strike. Yeah, we've comfortably made that over the water onto the green. I tell you what, guys, see into a 14 mile per hour wind with player clubs, I don't think you'll make that. So maybe this course is designed purely for tour clubs. I wonder if Phil, I'm sure he'll watch this review. Let's execute this pitch shot. That should be absolutely perfect. Oh, that is awful. Look at the water trickling down there, guys. That looks like a dam. So that was a poor pitch shot. Miscalculation, but it's a fairly straightforward chip shot if we can execute it. It's not going to turn at all. Get in. Oh, we've chipped it in. and we do manage to get the birdie. So Phil, I'm sure you will be watching this review back. Could you please let us know in the comments, mate, if this course is designed purely with tour club players in mind. So look at this bridge here to get across this water. Absolutely beautiful. Once again, we're going to have another shot across the water. We are skimming across the water here with this camera flyby. Very, very cool. So hole 10 is a par 4, playing 468 yards and stroke index 2, which is making it the second toughest hole on the course. Huge bunker protecting the green here. Oh wow, now this is another one, guys. I will tell you what, 14 mile per hour wind here. I think we can make it. We're going to have to go for it. No other option. It's a good strike. I have kept it semi-low. We just made that onto the fairway, guys, and no more. So once again, it would be interesting to see with a player, clubs, could you make that? I don't think you could. Maybe Phil's tested it. I've got no idea, but it will be interesting to see your guys' thoughts, and most importantly, the designer Phil, aka Enforcer 3891. So 194 yards. This wind is really going to move us to the left. Just taking a touch of loft off of this. See if we can get this feathering down the green towards the pin. It is a good strike. That wind's fairly caught my ball a lot more than I would have liked. It's just going to be a bit long, guys. We're probably going to be looking at about a 20-25 foot putt here if this ever stops. That could be longer. I think that's went about 40 feet past. 29 feet, Wiley. So here's me saying 40 feet. We're nowhere near 40 feet. 29 feet past. It is going to turn to the left. I have been putting fairly well today so far. I have pushed that slightly to the right. Get in though. Oh, almost dropped that. And it's just going to be a tap in par. And we are going to remain at 4 under par here, guys, through 10 holes. But so far, guys, really enjoying this course. It's something different. I really like the way Phil's set the layout of the course. You've got to play a range of shots. So hole 11 is a short par 4, playing 337 yards. Stroke index 6. But wow, look how far right this is. Severe dog leg right. Pin positions right at the front. Is there any shortcuts here? Let's have a look. So we can say we can hit a 7-iron there. Is there an easier way here, or is Phil going to make us play that shot? Oh, I think we're going to have to, because I tell you what, there's no way. Oh, cool windmill there. Yeah, we're going to have to play the 7-iron, guys, and just hope that we've got a line of sight towards the green. I'm just going to hug this fairway, this right hand side of the fairway, as close as I can. We just want to get past this tree. The wind should take us round, and hopefully we get a bit of run out on this fairway, which looks like it's sloping slightly downhill.
It's looking good.
Looks like I've played this well. Yeah, we've played that really well. Didn't run out as much as I would have liked, but we should have a line of sight towards the green here. So 158 yards downhill. 155. The wind is in our advantage, so we're just going to loft this up. This should sit down fairly quick for us here, guys. The wind will move the ball to the right. Let's see if we can play this well and get it zeroed in. It's a really good strike.
Looking good.
This should be an absolute beauty of a shot. Sit down. Absolute bang on with the yardage. Just the wind took us a slightly touch more to the right than I would have liked, but we have a fairly straightforward 10-foot putt here. Going to turn slightly to the right. Oh, there's the first controller disconnection of the round there, guys. So this should turn to the right, and hopefully it drops for a birdie. Turn. It has done, so we do manage to convert the birdie putt there, guys. And it means we are now moving on to 5 under par through 11 holes. So let's move on to hole number 12, which is a par 3, playing 238 yards, stroke index 8. Fantastic island green here. Look at this. There, I think that's a dam off there in the distance. I'm sure that's what it is. It's certainly not a waterfall. I'm going to say it's a hydroelectric dam or something. I'm sure Phil will give us a bit of information. So we've got a 12 mile per hour wind. Oh, downhill, soft greens. 4 hybrid, I think, guys, is going to be the club. I certainly don't want to be short. Yeah, I'm convinced the 4 hybrid. I'm just lofting it up about 3 touches, guys. Let's see if we can get this sitting down fairly short. This wind should really help us out. This ball should sit down really quick. It's a good strike. Oh, I think we're going to be long here. Wow, I've basically nearly fully lofted up that 4 hybrid there, but as you can see, I'm probably going to guess that's about 50 feet way past the flag. 54 feet, let's have a look. I'm way off the green grid, guys. I'm chipping this. I will chip it. It is the kind of shot I would play in real life. So 54, let's say that is playing 21 yards, I'm going to guess. Maybe 20 to 21 yards. Just going to take a touch off of this because the greens are soft. We're going to try and chip this in. It's going to break slightly to the right. Should sit down really quickly for me. Good execution. Sit down, get in. Oh, wow, it didn't sit down as fast as I would have expected, guys, and that's went about 10 feet past. 12 feet past. Disappointed with that. So I took a bit more on that than what I should have. Says there's not much in this. Should just turn. Oh wow, I'm sure that must be a phantom read we've had there. Oh, it is. We only had 1 break. There's now saying there's 3. So disappointing to get another phantom read there, guys. But I should have maybe arguably took my time over that and made sure it was. So that's another bogey, and we are going to drop back to 4 under par. Disappointingly there. So that's 2 bogeys today. Hole number 13 is another par 5, long par 5 once again, playing 593 yards, stroke index 10. Really cool flyby there where we're basically skimming over the water. Once again, very tight fairways, guys, very common theme of this course. And I'm sure it looks like I've seen glimpses of like the dam off there in the distance. Pin position's just off centre to the left hand side. We do have a 13 mile per hour wind behind us now, so we should be way over 300 yards here. I'm just going to fully loft the driver up here, guys. Let this ball hang in the air. Cool course so far, guys. Really enjoying it. Slightly pushed that to the right. Nothing major. Shouldn't really affect the flight of the ball. And hopefully that nestles up on the left hand side of the fairway here. So good drive, 326 yards we've laid up there. So 242 yards with a wind behind me here. I'm convinced the 6 wood's the club. We're going to come over the top of this tree with the wind here, guys. Hang this up in the air and see if we can get it coming down on the green. Great strike. We've came over the top of the tree. This should kick on really nice. Now sit down on these soft greens. Sit. And that is another fantastic approach out, guys. And we do have another eagle attempt on a par 5. An 8 foot putt for eagle. It's going to turn slightly to the left here. Convinced that there's not much more in this one. Hopefully that holds its line. It does, and that is another eagle on a par 5, guys. So we do move to 6 under par. So 2 eagles, 2 bogeys, and we are at 6 under par. So hole number 14, guys, is playing 351 yards, stroke index 16, and obviously it is a par 4. So this is another dog leg right here. Now I think Phil said that I can play a 7 iron if I'm going to be conservative, or if I'm going to be more attacking. He says I can play a fade shot here. So yeah, interesting to see. It has given me a 7 iron by default, but I'm not a conservative player, as you all know that. Let's look at the driver here. Now I'm convinced with the amount of fade I'm going to have to put onto this, guys, I'm just going to catch the overhang of this tree. I'm just going to catch the overhang of this tree, but I'm convinced we should have enough to get out of it. 13 mile per hour wind. We did just catch overhang of that tree as suggested. Have we got enough to get into the centre of the fairway? We do. And that is a fantastic drive there, guys. We've executed that really well. We should now just have a pitch shot. 46 yards. Not touching this at all. No, I'm not touching this because I have been really short on the past 2 pitch shots. So with these soft greens, it should sit down really quick. The wind should hold us up ever so slightly as well. Good execution. That should bounce and just immediately sit down, which it has done, and we've probably got about a 5-foot putt for birdie.
This one's for birdie.
4-foot putt for birdie. Nothing really in this. Slight turn to the right.
Awesome.
And we do manage to convert the birdie, and we do move to 7 under par, guys. So we are a really good back 9 so far. Let's see if we can keep that going. So hole 15 is another par 5, shorter of the par 5 this time, 529 yards, stroke index 18. Now it will be interesting to see if we can hit driver here, because Phil's clearly making us lay up 2-part fairway here. I certainly don't want to be too close to the rocks that we flew by. Pin position's almost at the front of the green, bang in the centre. I don't think we can hit driver here, so we've got a 12-mile-per-hour wind. It's going to take us to the left. I'm not hitting driver, so let's club down to the 3 wood. 100% it's going to have to be the 3 wood here, guys. So we are probably going to have to use a bit of draw here, because a touch of fade here. That tree, if I just try to aim right, will be in place. We're having to use a touch of fade. Hopefully the wind takes us back out and we're not stuck behind these rocks. Good clean strike. There's the wind now kicking in. This should be really, really good. We have played that really, really well, but the only problem here is, once again, I'm going to have to fade it again, because we will hit the rocks. So let's fully loft. Let's see here. We're going to have to fully loft up the 6 wood won't reach, so we're going to have to fully loft up the 3 wood. And once again, I'm going to have to apply fade here, guys, to counteract the wind. So 12-mile-per-hour wind. Oh, that's another controller disconnection. 12-mile-per-hour wind. So 2 touches of fade here, guys. I don't want to play too much, otherwise I'm going to hit the rock. It's directly in front of me. So we should hit the green here comfortably. I've pushed that slightly right. The wind's now starting to kick. This should be really, really good. Come on, sit down. Sit down. That is another fantastic shot on a par 5, guys, and once again I do have an eagle opportunity. I think this is the 3rd par 5, I'm sure of it, and we've eagled every one so far. Let's see if we can keep that trend going. 13-foot putt is going to turn to the left, 2 inches down. Just going to play this with a good weight. Let the brake turn. 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 Boom. Now I'm convinced I've eagled every par 5 here, guys.
9 under for the round.
We have eagled every par 5 on the course. That is really, really good. Really ecstatic with that, actually. That could be the first time I've ever done this. So hole 16 is a par 3, playing 146 yards, stroke index 12. Really short par 3. Probably going to be a pitching wedge with this wind behind me. Let's just double check. 12-mile-per-hour wind is below us. It is going to be the pitching wedge, and I'm just going to loft it up a touch. Now hopefully we can just get this one absolutely zeroed in, guys. This should be close if my yardage is bang on.
Beauty.
Get in. Get in. Oh, we played that really, really well, guys, and it looks like we are going to pick up another birdie.
Alright, nice little 2-foot putt.
2-foot putt, which we convert for the birdie,
Pulling off the birdie on this one.
and we are now 10 under.
And sitting at 10 under now for the round.
10 under par with 2 holes to play, guys. What a back 9 we are having here. We have gotten used to the wind conditions. We are playing the course the way I would expect Phil has designed it. So hole 17 is a par 4, playing 454 yards, stroke index 4. It always amazes me that wind turbines do not move, especially in these windy conditions. Obviously it was just a step too far for HP Studios, but I would like to see if they are in the Golf Club 2019. It is more realistic, and these things do move. So 10 mile per hour wind. We are just going to aim basically for the right hand side of this tree. Allow the wind to take us around and kick us out. It does look like we should kick right if we are in the rough anyway, guys. So hopefully, if the wind's not got enough to take us around, we should kick to the right. Yeah, it looks like we should bounce to the right here easily. Oh, we didn't come out. Wow. So we are going to be in the light rough here for this approach shot. 153 yards, downhill, into the wind. Light rough, 84% to 93. Just going to take a touch off of this. It looks like the green is way below us, so the ball should run down towards the flag. Pushed it slightly right, I think. Now this should run down this slope a little bit. Come on. Fairly happy with that, guys. Once again, I think the yardage was good. We're going to be pinned high. Just a touch to the right. Probably looking about a 12-foot putt for birdie. 13-foot putt for birdie. We've been red hot with the putter today for the majority of the round. Should turn to the left here. Get in. Get in. Oh, wow. The hot streak with the putter continues, guys. It's another 13-foot birdie that we managed to drain, and we do move to 11 under par with one hole to play. And this is Phil's feature hole, guys. It is the 18th. And I'm sure that is like a hydroelectric dam there. Absolutely beautiful finishing hole here, Phil. You have done a really good job with this course, pal. It's an excellent course to play. I will certainly be playing it again. It does have plenty of replay value. So hole 18 is a short par 4, 392 yards. Stroke index 14. With this wind, let's take it on, guys. Let's hang the driver up, see if we can carry this bunker. I think it's going to be close, but we are, at worst, we're probably going to be about 90 yards away from the green. That is a good tee shot. We should get a good bit of... Oh no, we are going to be in the bunker. We are in the bunker there, guys. 291 yards, so we're going to have 100 yards carry to the green. The wind is behind us, 14 yards. Let's see if we can get this close. I think that's going to sit down really quick for me coming out the sand. Yeah, it is. So we're probably going to be looking about an 18 to 20 foot putt for the birdie. 22 feet. Slightly downhill. It will turn to the left here, guys. Let's see if we can drain another birdie putt here from range. Is it going to turn? Oh, wow, guys. That is the best I've putted in a long, long time. And we do finish with a 60, guys, which is 12 under par. What a fantastic round despite 2 bogeys. 3 eagles. For me, guys, that's a 4-star course. I'm very honest with my reviews. We'll certainly be giving that a favourite. Phil, fantastic effort with your course there, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's go out there and play this. Get this course handicapped. If you like this video, guys, please spam the like button. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I will see you all soon. Take care. Peace out. Love you all. Bye.